Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel! Today we'll be doing a floral painting tutorial and I chose some Calla lilies for today's painting. It will be quite minimalistic and I'll try to make it as simple as possible, though I'm quite sure as well that we'll be layering a lot today because we'll be using the color white. And when we work with color white, it's not absolutely white. There are some hints of yellows and grays in there, but later I will be explaining that. For now, I'll just be telling you the colors that we'll be using for today's Calla lily painting. And I've prepared the colors already, and we have lots of titanium white, cadmium yellow, burnt sienna just tiny bit, and tiny bit of black, green oxide. Let's begin now, guys. So you may choose to do a background color for this one. I think I won't be using any background color, just plain white, as is. So let me get my pencil and let's start sketching for the subject. So I'll be linking down below the reference photo that we are using for this painting tutorial. You know what I love about Calla lilies is that they look like hearts, So we're just sketching, and this may change later. It will all depend on the way the painting will go. By the way, guys, I'm using a canvas paper for this one. That's why I use some tape to, tape it on the surface that I'm working on, just to prevent it from moving so much, because that is my tendency when I'm using canvas paper. I don't want it to move as I'm painting. Again, anything can change here, but not drastically or so much of a big change. Oops. All right, like that. Because we're just sketching and I'm sketching freehand. As much as possible, I don't want to use any grid lines or anything like that, because I want to practice how to draw more than just painting. So this will how our Calla lilies will look like. I hope you get an idea of how things are gonna go. It's very minimalistic. If you are a fan of minimalist design or painting, then I think this one is for you. I actually like minimalist painting because it does not, it's not a busy painting. Therefore, we focus more on the beauty of the subject more than the story of the subject. Sometimes I kind of like just looking at how beautiful things are. Alright, I think that will do. So now we're gonna underpaint, and we'll be using white for the underpainting, of course, my favorite color. So get your white, dab on some tiny bit of black to make it gray. For the underpainting, we'll be using gray, guys, because as highlights we'll be using pure white. So with this gray color, just start painting right, like that. And then we'll be doing the same thing on the next flower. So just use gray as the underpainting. I don't normally paint using tape, you know, like putting margins. I don't usually do that because I'm using canvas panels or stretch canvases. Therefore, my surface or my material is quite stable. But now I'm using canvas paper again. If you're wondering what material I'm painting on, it's a canvas paper. For oil, actually, although I'm using acrylics. All right, like this. Same color right here. All right, like that. And you can actually double the underpainting if you like. You can do as many layers as you want. If you want it quite layered, you can paint over the first coat. You can do double coating. It's up to you guys. It depends as well on the canvas type that you have. If your canvas is quite absorbent, then you can do double coating just to make sure that the canvas is well covered. So I'm gonna allow the underpainting to dry. Let's move on to some other areas of my painting. All right, wash your brush out. And then I'm gonna get my green oxide plus black. So it's like this. Then we're going to paint the, what do you call this one? The stem. Okay, like that. I'm gonna get my cadmium yellow and I'm gonna start bringing some yellow colors down here. Like so. Okay. And I'm gonna go back and darken like that, just to add more shadows. All right, and now I'm going to underpaint the, what do you call this? The pollen. I'm not sure if those are called pollens. I'm not really sure, guys. But the yellow part of the flower. So I'm gonna use my cadmium yellow plus burnt sienna, like so. Maybe I'm gonna add a tiny bit of white just to make it more opaque. And I'm gonna color this area. I'm gonna add more brown. I think I need more brown. And as you can see, I'm not really doing some strokes here. I'm just dabbing on. All right, like that. All right, like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing right there. The reason why I'm not really making some soft strokes here is that I want to create that rough edges to suggest some natural texture of this part of the flower. We don't want it to be super smooth, that it looks like computer generated or anything like that. All right, like that. Just to add more texture to it. And then we're going to allow this first to dry. And then let's go back to the petals of the flower. So I'm gonna wash my brush out. Okay, and I'm gonna make some yellow-green color. So get your cadmium yellow again. Add tiny bit of green oxide. Tiny bit of black, just to tone down the color. All right, and let's start creating some greeny color down here. Like so. And then I'm gonna get my, okay, I'm gonna add as well some greeny color right here. Just hints of green. You don't have to super paint it green. Okay, I'm gonna get my black. All right, maybe not too black. I'm gonna add green to that. Let's start outlining it. Like that, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing right here, but make it quite soft, guys. You can use your fingers in blending. Just make it quite soft. And as well, outlining right here. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna add some white to this color, green, just lightening it. And then we're gonna outline this portion. Okay, here as well. Okay, and here. Okay, wash your brush out. Maybe just a tiny bit of greens. Alright, now we're going to highlight the flowers. So wash your brush out, and then I'm gonna get my pure white. Okay, just pure white, guys. And start highlighting. This is just the first layer for the highlight. We'll be highlighting again later. For now, let's just continue. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of yellow. Just tiny bit, guys. Right here. And here. Alright. I'm gonna again get my pure white. I hope you don't mind, getting some paints or directly having contact with your paints, because I really don't mind. I actually like to touch my paints. If you do not like this technique, it's alright. You can use your brush. Just continue using your brush in layering. But for me, I kind of like the blending effect of my fingers. Alright, I'm gonna get some more gray. I mean dark green, not gray. Just to outline a little bit more. Alright, like that. And here. When you outline the painting, do not, I suggest you don't do super hard lines. We're going to soften them later if, you know, I kind of think that they're quite harsh. I will soften them later. For now, let's just outline. Just one thing at a time. Alright, like that. Just outline, guys. Okay, like that. And then we're going to highlight the other flower. So wash your brush out. And I'm gonna get again my pure white. I'm using pure white. Alright. And then I'm trying to gray this area. Alright, like that. Okay, wash your brush out. I'm gonna get some cadmium yellow plus white. Alright, let's lighten this area. I'm just gonna draw. This is like the shadow. So this will be the lighted area, or the area that is receiving light. Like that. Here. I'm going to get some gray. So dab onto your or black and then white. Okay. And then let's make this area quite dark because again, shadow. We're trying to create some shadow here. Right, like that. And let's just clean it. Alright, like that. Okay, wash your brush out. And I'm going to gray this area again. Like that. Okay. Alright, now get your white. Let's try to highlight this area. Okay, I think I have to get more white. We're trying to highlight, guys. As I told you guys during the intro of this video, or at the beginning of this video, I told you that we will be layering a lot today because we're using white. And true enough, I keep layering. I glaze as well because I really don't like the harshness of those lines. I'm gonna use white to delete some lines that went outside the sketch, or paints that went outside the sketch, just to clean it. You don't have to do this step, but I kind of want to do this because I want it kind of clean. This is very simple, so simple. And I'm gonna glaze in between the space and the drawing, which means I really want to remove the harsh lines by going over it this way. So by glazing over the outline, you're removing the harshness of the line. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense, guys. So just go around your outline to remove the harshness of those lines. Like so. Alright, now I'm gonna dab on some tiny bit of white and yellow on the pollen area. I keep calling it pollen. I'm not really sure if this is the pollen. So just dab on some light yellows. Like so. And we're going to outline it later. So before that, I'm gonna get some gray. We're going to make some shadow. Right here. Just create that tiny shadow, and then let's go back to highlighting. Okay. I wonder how this looks like. Oh my gosh, it's pretty. It's really pretty. I did not expect this to be pretty. So I'm going to get my burnt sienna. All right, and then yellow. So it's like brown yellow. And let's go back to this area. Just try to outline. like that. Here as well. All right. Okay, I'm gonna get my cadmium yellow plus white. Like that. Just dab on. Okay. So again, my yellow and brown. Let's try to make some detailing here. Oops. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna get my black. I kind of want to outline so using my black and dark and green oxide, I will try to outline this area. Okay, brush out. Oh, this is so nice, guys. So nice. Alright, so I'm gonna wash my brush out, and I kind of want to highlight even more. So I'm gonna use more white. Or maybe I'm gonna use another brush. So using white, I'll be going back and forth some areas just to highlight even more. So I really want to emphasize how bright this flower is color-wise, especially when the light strikes the petals. Like this. And I'm gonna make some gray color. Gray. So by graying some areas, we're trying to make some folds. wash your brush out. And again, I think I need more white. Alright, let's just obsess a little bit more. It's fine if you want to stop at any stage right now, but me, I'm just gonna go and do more highlighting because I would have done it the same way if I'm not doing tutorial. So I'd rather show you guys. I prefer to show you how I do things my way. I'm gonna glaze again some hard lines that that I can see. More highlights. For me, I really like it without the background color because I feel like it just stands out. Okay, I'm gonna get some gray. I'm just gonna gray the edges. Make some hints of yellows right here. Okay, some grays. Hints of grays right here. Right. Just gonna correct this one. So again, I'm just cleaning the areas that went outside, or the paints that went outside my outline. beautiful. So I guess I have to sign this now because it's finished. For me, it is finished. But I think I have to glaze like this. Alright, like that. Maybe tiny bit of greeny colors. Okay, like that. Alright, I think this is done. So I guess I have to sign this now. Very pretty. I like it. Let me check. Right. Oh, I like this guy so much. So I have to sign this now, and I'm just so happy about the result. Kind of like it. So I'm gonna get my black. Okay. And sign it. All right. So we're done, guys. We're done. Actually, you can even go farther by, you can even go further by highlighting even more. It's up to you. But for me, I think this is done. If there's one thing that I need to add, maybe I'm just going to quite make this a little yellow, because the darkness is quite too harsh. Just to be a little bit soft. Okay, like that. Again, shadows, like so, like that. Oh, I like it so much. So thanks for watching, guys. I really enjoyed this one. It's quite different from my usual ones. So I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy this one, and I hope you do this one as well. So see you in my next video, guys.